Hi students, welcome to AIMS in your online classes. This is chemistry session. In this, we are going to discuss about the chapter rain. Where does it come from? Okay, from this chapter now we are going to see a practice sheet. On this chapter we have seen already few concepts like what is water, what are the different states of water, how do they convert from one to another, and what is rain, how does it occur, what are the different transformations of water occurring for causing this rain. These all we have seen earlier. Based upon these concepts, now we are going to see a practice sheet. Let us practice the questions here. So this practice sheet contains different kinds of questioning like single correct answer type questions, multi correct answer type questions, combination paragraph, matrix matching, and different analytical questions also may be there in the practice sheet. First, let us see the single correct answer type questions. As we know, these questions contain objective type questions with the 4 options. Out of 4, only one will be correct answer. So read the question carefully and try to answer them. So the first question, the winds blowing from eastern direction are called. Yes, we get in different seasons different winds from different directions. 2 winds we get in the monsoon season. So out of them, one is the winds blowing from eastern direction. These winds blowing from western direction are called northeast monsoon. One more is there, southwest monsoon. We know that. So these two are the different monsoons we get. Next one, the size of the water drops present in the clouds increases and it becomes difficult for the cloud to hold them and the water drops begin to fall. What is this process called? What is happening here? The water drops or water vapor droplets present in the clouds increases their size and it becomes difficult to hold these for the cloud and so that these drops will starts coming down. What is this process total called? Yes, how these water droplets coming down? This process is called raining. Yes, raining is caused by this. First, the water droplets present in the water in the form of clouds, when they touch the cooler areas, they condense and they become bigger. When these water droplets become bigger, the clouds cannot hold anymore. So that these water droplets one by one comes slowly down. This process we call as raining. Next one. When a glass of chilled water or pieces of ice is kept outside, after a few minutes we observe the formation of water drops on the outer surface of the glass. This is because, yes, what is the reason behind? If you take a glass of water or if you take a glass of chilled water or if you take a glass and keep some ice cubes in that, after a few minutes we observe that glass, if it is kept outside, we observe some droplets of water on the surface of this glass. So what is the reason for this formation of these water droplets on the glass? See options given, water comes out from the glass. Is it true? Water coming out from the glass? Are those glasses are having any holes? No, it is not. Water vapor in air condenses on the glass. Yes, actually this is a correct answer. The water vapor is there in the air, we know that. When this air touches this cool glass, the water vapor present in the air condenses, becomes a liquid. So these liquid water droplets sticks on the surface of the glass. That appears as water droplets in the glass. Okay, this is a correct answer. Okay. Next one. The water present under the earth surface is called. Yes, what is it called? The water present under the earth surface is called groundwater. The water present on the surface of the earth is called surface water. Okay, based upon the presence, water can be classified into these two: surface water and groundwater. The water present on the surface or on the earth is called surface water. For example, lake water, river water, pond water. These all will come under surface water because they are on the surface of the earth. And the water present in the well and water in the water table under the layers of the earth, they are called groundwater. Okay. Next one. What causes the formation of salt from seawater? How salt is formed or salt is separated from seawater? Yes, salt is separated from seawater by evaporation. Evaporation process is the reason for separation of salt from seawater. What happens when actually what they do, they separate some quantity of seawater into small meadows, and in these meadows water slowly will start evaporating because of sunlight. After a few days the water present in that meadow completely will be evaporated. It remains salt back. So in that way salt is separated from seawater by the process called evaporation. Next one. Which of the following is the primary source of water on land? Yes. What is the major source for us for getting water? Are the lakes, tanks, ponds or rain? Yes. The major reason to get continuously water on the earth's surface is rain. Rain is causing for the availability of water continuously for us. The water, when rain occurs, these dams, rivers, lakes all will be filled with the water and it is utilized. Again, after relation, the wastewater will reach again rivers and ocean again. That starts converting into vapor and again starts because of water cycle, again rains come. Okay, this way, rain is the main reason for getting the water on the land continuously. Okay, next one. Rainwater passes through a very cold layer of air and freezes into. How will it freeze? Actually, when water droplets present in the cloud starts coming down, that we call as rain. But when in the journey, if it touches a very cool air, that water droplet converts into solid form. So, in the form of small ice cubes, it comes down. Those we call as hailstones, isn't it? Hailstones. So when water droplets passes through very cool layers of air, that immediately freezes and forms small ice cubes which will fall down along with the rain. They are called hailstones. Which is a major result of condensation of water vapor in the sky? So what is resulted? What is the result of condensation of water vapor? Actually, the condensation of water vapor present in the sky or air causes hail, snowfall, rainfall. These all will occur. But the major result of this is the rain. Most of the water vapor present in the air condenses and causes rain. Some amount will be freezed and forms hailstones, and even some amount of water vapor causes snowfall, and majorly it results rainfall. Next, the weather on a mountain will be. How a weather will be on a mountain? We know as we move up and up from the earth's surface, the temperature gradually starts decreasing. So as we move to higher altitudes like mountains, there the temperature will be a little less than the temperature present on the earth's surface. So as we go to the mountains or higher altitudes, there the weather will be cool. Okay. Next one. The water which contains large amount of dissolved salt is called. The water which contains large amount of dissolved salts is called. What is that water? Which water is containing large quantities of salts in it? Is rainwater, river water, or lake water, or sea water? Which water is containing large quantities of salt in it? Yes, it is sea water. Sea water is having large quantities of water. That is why we say sea water is not useful for consumption. We cannot drink that water. Even we cannot use that for domestic purpose also, because it contains large quantities of salts in it. Okay, sea water, most impure you can say. Next question. Which of the following will lead to the reduction in availability of groundwater? See, they are asking here, which of these causes the reduction in the availability of groundwater, which reduces the groundwater level? See, plantation, is it causing reduction in the water level? No, plantation actually it increases the water in the ground. It makes the water to sink more. It preserves. Rainwater harvesting? No, this is also not. Rainwater harvesting also it increases the groundwater level. It preserves. Constructing more lakes? This also causes the preservation of water. It increases the groundwater level. The only reason here given is building concrete roads. What happens when you build more concrete roads and more concrete buildings? There will be no possibility for rainwater to sink into the soil. When there is no sinking of rainwater into soil, what happens? That rainwater completely flows back into the oceans and rivers. There is no sinkage of water into this ground. Then the groundwater level gradually decreases. Okay, by building concrete roads, groundwater level decreases. Availability of groundwater is reduced by concrete roads and buildings. This is the correct answer. Okay. Next one. The most impure water is. See here, out of the given kinds of water, which is most impure water? What is the first one given? Ocean water, river water, rainwater, and well water. Which is most impure? Means which is having more impurities in it. Impurity is nothing but the particles other than water. If you see ocean water has more dissolved salts and impurities in it. So it is the most impure form of water. That is why we cannot use that water for consumption or other purposes. Actually, this water is existing in a huge quantity, but it is not useful for us directly. So ocean water is most impure form of water. Next, dash is called universal solvent. Universal solvent actually, which is called universal solvent, is water or alcohol, petrol or ether. Which is called water. Water is called universal solvent. Actually, what is meant by solvent? The substance which dissolves other substances into it is called solvent. Generally, water can dissolve most of the substances into it. So because of that, water is called universal solvent. Okay, water can dissolve most of the substances into it, but some substances they dissolve completely, and some they dissolve very great quantity. But water has maximum capacity to dissolve many substances into it. That is why water is called universal solvent. The melting point of a substance is the temperature at which it changes to, or at which it changes from dash to dash. What is the meaning of here melting point? The temperature at which a solid substance converts into liquid state is called melting point. Melting is the ultimate conversion of solid into liquid. Melting point means the temperature at which a solid starts converting into liquid state is called melting point. For example, if you take ice is a solid substance. When you heat it or if you keep the ice cube outside, it starts converting into liquid form. It starts converting into liquid form exactly at 0 degrees Celsius temperature. So the 0 degree Celsius temperature is called its melting point. Okay, melting point means the temperature at which a solid converts into liquid. Next, multi-correct answer type questions. Here also there will be objective questions, but here there may be one or more than one correct answers. So let us observe all the options carefully and we have to select the all possible correct answers for each question. See the question 1. Which of the following statements are correct? See the statements given. Water is useful for generation of electricity. Yes, water is being used for the generation of electricity in hydroelectric power generations. It's correct. Snow is a liquid state of water. Is it correct? No. Snow is a solid state of water, not the liquid state. It is a wrong statement. Next statement. Water is useful for industries. Of course, almost all the industries they use water in different purposes. Water is used in industries. It is correct. Next one. Hailstone is a gaseous state of water. Is it correct? Is hailstone a gaseous form of water? No. What is the state of hailstone? Hailstone is solid state of water. When rainwater drops, when they reach the very cool areas, they start converting into solid state immediately and forms small ice caves, ice pieces. Those we call as hailstones. So hailstones are in the solid state, not in the gaseous state. Now what are the correct statements in the given? A and C. Okay, next one. Which of the following processes take place in water cycle process? What is the water cycle process? Water cycle process is the continuous conversion of water from one form to another form in the atmosphere by its own nature. That is called water cycle. The water present in the water bodies like oceans and lakes and rivers that starts converting into gaseous form. Those gaseous form converts clouds. These clouds again on touching the cooler areas starts converting liquid forms again. That causes rain. This rainwater again reaches these oceans and lakes, rivers. So this occurs continuously in the cyclic process. This we call as water cycle. So what are the processes involved in this? They are asking here. First, what we told, the water from water bodies, it starts converting into gaseous form because of sunlight. What is this process called? Conversion of liquid water into gaseous form. That is called evaporation. So evaporation is involved in this process, cyclic process. Next, this evaporated water vapor forms clouds. These clouds move from one place to another place because of wind. So when they touch very cooler areas, they start converting into liquid water again, water droplets. This conversion of water vapor into liquid water is called condensation. So condensation is also involved. So as these water droplets are formed and become heavy, so they start coming down in the form of rain. Okay. So the water cycle is involved with these processes called evaporation and condensation. Right. Next one. Gaseous states of water are. See here, some states of water are given. Out of these, identify which are in the gaseous state. Frost or hailstone, these come under solid states. It is solid state. Fog. Yes, it is gaseous state. Snow is also a solid state. Fog come under gaseous. Even mist also gaseous form of water. So fog and mist and water vapor are gaseous forms of water. So these two are correct answers. Next one. Solid states of water are. See, out of these, which are solid states? Just now I told, frost is one of the solid state. Hailstone is also a gaseous state. What about dew? Dew is a liquid state of water. And mist is gaseous state. So dew means when you see in the winter mornings, when you come in the early morning outside, on the ground and on the vehicle glasses, you can see small droplets of water. This is because of the condensation of atmospheric water vapor into small droplets. So these water droplets formed because of condensation are called dew. So dew is a liquid form of water. So here character solid states are frost and hailstone. Next one. Water is used for. For what it is used water? Is it used in the photosynthesis by plants? Yes, of course. All plants they take water from their roots, from the soil by using their roots. So this water is supplied to the leaves. In the leaves, this photosynthesis process will be happen in the production of food. So water is used by the plants in the photosynthesis. It is correct. Used in agriculture, yes. Most of the water in the surface water, mostly it is used for in agricultural. In the agricultural purpose, they use this water. Next, in the generation of electricity, of course, in the generation of electricity also they use water, hydroelectricity. Yes, they use water in the generation of electricity also. Is it used in the industries? Yes, in the industries also water is used. So in all these purposes, water is used. All are correct answers here. Okay, next one. Comprehension passage type. So in this kind of questions, they give a small paragraph. Related to paragraph, there will be given questions here. See the paragraph given. Water occurs in free as well as in combined states. In free state, water occurs in solid, liquid and gaseous forms or gaseous states. So now let us see the questions related to this. The liquid form of water is. What is the liquid form among these? See the options given once. Is hailstone a liquid? No, it is solid state. What about snow? Snow is also a solid state. Clouds? Clouds come under gaseous state. They contain water vapor in them. So clouds are in the gaseous form. Dew is a liquid form of water. So the liquid form of water is here dew. Dew is correct answer. Next. How many states of water does occur? Yes, in how many states this water existing for us? Yes, solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Totally in 3 states water is available for us. Next, the level of water under the ground is called. Yes, already you have seen this question. The water present under the ground is called groundwater. And here they are asking the level of water, to which extent the water is existing under the layers of the earth. That is specially called water table. The water table represents the level of water under the layers of the ground. Okay, that's called water table. Next, matrix matching type questions. Here they give 2 columns. The one in the column 1 will maybe matched with one or more from the column 2. So let us try to observe carefully. See the first one, ice. Ice is a solid form of water. It's correct, isn't it? Ice is a solid form of water. And liquid form not, gaseous form also not correct. Formed when water is cold. This is also correct regarding ice. Yes, when ice is formed when water is cold. So these 2 are correct for ice. If we say dew, dew is a liquid form of water, but it is not formed when water is cold. So only one liquid form of water is correct. Hails are hailstones. These are the solid form of water. It is correct for this, and it is also correct here when water is cold. Isn't it? When rainwater coming in the very cool areas, that starts converting into hailstones. So that is correct for this. What is steam? Is it solid state or liquid state? Not these 2. It is gaseous form of water. Okay, they are the matchings. Now let us try to match these with the lines. See here, ice is solid form and is formed when water is cold. Dew, liquid form, Hails or hailstones are solid form of water and formed when water is cold. And steam. Steam is gaseous form of water. Okay, observe once the matching. Okay, next. Analytical approach type questions. Considering climate change, increase in temperature leads to what happens if the temperature is increased? Will it cause a snowfall? No, if temperature increases, no snowfall will be there. When temperature is very cool, then only we can observe snowfall. So high evaporation occurs. What does it mean by evaporation? The conversion of liquid water or liquid into gaseous form because of heat. So that is called evaporation. If heat or temperature is increased, more evaporation occurs. So as the temperature is increasing, high evaporation occurs. That is correct. Low evaporation is also not correct. Hailstorms also not correct. These occurs in the very cool areas. So only high evaporation is correct. Next one. Outcomes of contaminated rainwater. So what are the results of this contaminated rainwater? So what will be? Is it rain, acid rain, floods, droughts or sandstorms? Actually these three are results of rain only, but out of these asking especially outcome of contaminated rainwater. So contaminated means polluted. So one of the effects or outcomes of this contaminated rainwater is acid rains. Acid rains nothing but when rainwater mixes with some acidic gases like carbon dioxide, sulfur dioxide, nitrogen dioxide. If these gases are present in the atmosphere, when rain comes, these gases dissolve into rainwater and form certain acids. These acids will come down along with the rain. That rain we call as acid rain. So this acid rain causes different damages, different kinds of damages. It damages some marble sculptures. It causes damage to agricultural field, and it causes pollution in the water also, which is harmful for aquatic animals and plants. Okay, acid rain is one of the outcomes of contaminated rainwater. Excess of rain causes floods. Very less amount of rainwater causes drought. So here contaminated rainwater causes effect like acid rains. Okay, next. Process in which water is released in the atmosphere by trees is called. What is the process called? The release of water by the trees. If you observe in the early morning hours, if you see some grass in the lawn or outside, small droplets of water will be on the edges of these leaves of grass and trees. This water is coming out from the plants. Excess amount of water in the plants comes out in the form of small drops. This is called transpiration. Okay. Next, integer type questions. Integer type questions means here no options will be given. The correct answer will be in between 0 to 9. Single digit answer will get. Single digit number will get as answer. See the question. Water can exist in dash states. Means in how many states does water exist for us? Solid state, liquid state and gaseous state. Total how many states? 3 states. Okay. That's the answer for this. Thank you for watching our video. Please subscribe our YouTube channel AIMS Today for latest updates and recorded videos. Thank you.